Madam Speaker, the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Cabinet Ministers and Assistant Ministers, Honorable Leader of Opposition, Honorable Members of the House, our visitors in the gallery and my fellow Fijians. Nisambula, Namaste, Assalamu Alaikum, and a very good morning to you all. At the outset, Madam Speaker, I thank the Almighty for giving me yet another opportunity to serve my fellow Fijians under the great leadership of my Honorable Prime Minister. Also, Madam Speaker, very humbly, I thank His Excellency, the President of Fiji, for his most gracious, enlightening, and insightful address on Monday. Madam Speaker, it is indeed an honor and privilege to be once again elected to the Fijian Parliament and reappointed as the Assistant Minister for Women, Children and Poverty Alleviation. I am confident that with the support and guidance of my line Minister, Honorable Veena Bhatnager, we will continue to serve the disadvantaged with much zeal, compassion and commitment. Madam Speaker, please allow me also to congratulate your good self for being reappointed as the Honorable Speaker of this august House. Your legacy as the first woman Speaker of Parliament in Fiji and the Pacific continues, and I must say we are all very proud of that. I wish to also convey my heartfelt congratulations to our Honorable Prime Minister on his victory in these elections and redeeming the trust and faith of our people in the Fijian government and the Fiji First government. I must say that this win is a blessing to Fiji and all Fijians. Our nation and our people will undeniably and positively prosper under the visionary, strong and compassionate leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Josiah Voreqe Bainimarama. Madam Speaker, I also congratulate every woman who has made it to this august House. It is a reassurance that equal opportunities for women in Fiji are not a myth. Alluding to what our Honorable Prime Minister has already mentioned in his address, Madam Speaker, the numbers may not be equal yet, but the fact that today we have 10 women democratically elected to Fijian Parliament speaks volumes about us as a progressive society. Also, Madam Speaker, hearty congratulations to the Supervisor of Elections and his team for a job well done. Madam Speaker, in my maiden speech today, I sincerely render my gratefulness, my appreciation and profound gratitude to every Fijian who had bestowed unwavering support for Fiji First. My dear fellow Fijians, we attribute our win to your confidence and faith in the Fiji First Party and its visionary leadership. No doubt, Madam Speaker, Fiji First government will continue to govern with good intentions and ensure that integrity, honesty and passion prevails in the implementation of our government policies. On this day, I remember my grandparents, late Mr. and Mrs. Shankar, and my parents, late Mr. and Mrs. Arjun Shankar of the Lasiraki, who have instilled in me the values that I hold dear to this day: hard work, sincerity, integrity, honesty, love and compassion for all. All my life I have witnessed my parents serving selflessly. They were my role models, good human beings who inspired me towards selfless service for mankind, and I'm glad that these humanitarian values have played an instrumental role towards my approach to service delivery in both my portfolios. Madam Speaker, I also want to thank my husband, Veena Bhatnager, for being a pillar of strength over the years and for inspiring me towards greater achievements. My children, Shanil and Supriya, my son-in-law Mustafa and my granddaughter Zoya, whom I'm very proud of, as well as the rest of my family, extended family actually, including my brothers Manoj and Suresh, cousin Vikash, nephew Sumit, my auntie Mrs. Shiv Charan for their continuous support. Madam Speaker, there are many people throughout Fiji whose blessings, prayers and support has contributed towards our win. I would like to sincerely thank Master Shakil, Vimal Prakash, Manjuram, Vasanti Prasad, Roshni, Veena, Shika, Mr. Diwan, Umesh, Master Mohinesh, Mr. Niranjan Prasad, Manjula, Neha, Suman, Irene, Pranil, Kuman, Mr. Mahendra Singh, Chandra Prakash and Pandit Maharajji for their assistance. I'd also like to thank the people of Dugapatu, Daulasi, Naria, Ellington, Nangoro, Galau, Korotal, and other parts of Rakaraki for their support, along with family and friends from Motoka and other parts of Fiji. A big Veena Bhatnager to all the volunteers, our Fiji First family members, and every individual who stood by Fiji First. A very special acknowledgement to Cheryl Mudaliar for unwavering support throughout my campaign trail. Thank you, Cheryl, for being there by my side at all times. My heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to you and your family. Madam Speaker, my thank you list will be incomplete without acknowledging the tireless efforts, the hard work, the determination and stamina and perseverance of our Attorney General, Honorable A.R. Syed Keo. Thank you, sir, for your continued support, your guidance, and your wisdom to take Fiji forward. You have been a pillar of strength to all members of the Fiji First family. Eji, sir, thank you for being there for us. At this juncture, Madam Speaker, I wish to take time to reflect on my experiences in the last term. It was such an incredible journey indeed, a great learning experience. Initially, assuming the role of Assistant Minister for Health and Medical Services was an honor and a challenge as well. And later, the move to the Ministry for Women, Children and Poverty Alleviation further expanded my experience, this time giving me the responsibility to work with the most disadvantaged segments of the Fijian population. In fact, Madam Speaker, I was blessed to have had the opportunity to work, undoubtedly, with two of the most important ministries which demanded the highest level of communication, passion, commitment and service delivery. Madam Speaker, although it was not new for me to interact with people from the communities in the last 4 years, I have certainly understood in depth the real-life challenges of our disadvantaged populations. The Ministry for Women, Children and Poverty Alleviation being the custodians of the welfare of people living in poverty, the elderly, people living with disabilities, women and children, has a very huge responsibility. The responsibility to make life easier for the most vulnerable groups of our people in our beloved nation. Madam Speaker, we will be working towards the economic empowerment of people with disabilities program, which is specifically for Fijians living with disabilities to engage in entrepreneurial activities using their skills and business sense to sustain themselves. Never before has any Fijian government recognized this to be a possibility, Madam Speaker, and having this program in place upholds this government's commitment to equal treatment and equal opportunities to all Fijians. Madam Speaker, I pledge to assist and work with my line minister, Honorable Veena Bhatnager, to change the dynamics of service and opportunities to our people living with disabilities. Madam Speaker, being part of the Fiji First movement led by our Honorable Prime Minister, I will once again serve to my full ability in achieving our mission to build a just, fair and progressive society in which all Fijians benefit. I am really proud to be part of an inclusive government where no one is left behind. Looking back at the devastation caused by Tropical Cyclone Winston in the Western Division, Madam Speaker, it doesn't take a genius to figure out what it must feel like living in the ruins of what people call a home. It doesn't take an economist to figure out the loss of crops and livestock destroyed, as the damages extend way beyond its monetary value. It only takes a compassionate heart. It only takes a determined government to make it their business to put a roof back on the heads of our people. Madam Speaker, only the Fiji First government could come up with an initiative like Help for Home care and farm care. Madam Speaker, while the Fiji First government continued to create equitable forms of opportunities and assistance for our people to get back on their feet, there were some heartless people who tagged these programs as freebies and handouts. This was outright disrespectful, Madam Speaker. This was outright disrespectful and an insult to our people who were in dire need of assistance at that time. Madam Speaker, Fiji First believes no one owes us a living. We will avoid creating a dependency syndrome. But Madam Speaker, this does not mean we will neglect the poor and needy. We will continue to reach out to the vulnerable and the disadvantaged. We will continue to uphold the values of inclusivity and fairness for all, creating opportunities for young and old and equal rights for women. We will continue to create a society where there is compassion and action for the less fortunate. And Madam Speaker, Fiji First objective is to create conditions for self-reliance and entrepreneurship and empower Fijians to take advantage of these opportunities. There is no doubt, Madam Speaker, that under the great leadership of our Honourable Prime Minister, our government has achieved much more for all Fijians than any other government in the Fijian history. As very rightfully pointed out by His Excellency, the President of Fiji in his address yesterday, Madam Speaker, I quote, "Leadership is about speaking the truth, even when the truth may be difficult to hear. It is about putting forward real policy that is carefully crafted to create the greatest possible public good. It is about setting vision for today, tomorrow, the year ahead, and even a generation from now, by putting in the work that yields long-term benefits for our children, and their children after them. And that is what my government will strive to do in our upcoming term," unquote. Madam Speaker, under the visionary leadership of our Honourable Prime Minister, Fiji First government will continue to turn promises into deeds. A salute to his leadership that has ensured and will continue to ensure stability, security and equality in our beloved country, Fiji. We stand for the right of ordinary Fijians, Madam Speaker, to be treated with dignity and respect in the society, to be recognized and valued as citizens, and to have a say in their nation's future. To my fellow Fijians, once again, thank you for embracing the truth. Thank you for your trust in Fiji First. Thank you for your choosing a leader who is strong, focused and compassionate. And thank you for embracing the fact that Fiji First is the way forward for all Fiji and Fijians. We will continue to serve you to the best of our abilities, my fellow Fijians. Madam Speaker, I am also humbled by my appointment as the Deputy Speaker of the House. Thank you. Fiji First believes in equality, harmony, unity and modernity, and under the great leadership of our Honourable Prime Minister, together we will take Fiji forward. God bless Fiji and Fijians. Thank you. Veena Bhatnager.